Let me turn that off so we don't get sued or kicked off or some shit. I don't know. Hello. Hello. Is it me you're looking for? I can see it right. Let me stop. Welcome back to another day, another dollar. The Mimical Jackson Show presents Lunchtime TV. I think, what is this show called? I never can see the title. I think it's Unbothered. I literally just typed it and already forgot it. Stay off that stuff. It is listed as such because I got a really good laugh today, courtesy of a girl that I used to talk to. And I'm glad. Listen, Shorty, I'm glad to know you're doing well. I just thought it was funny. So I tweeted, because obviously today is laundry day, among other things. Sorry, hair floating in front of my face. You know, I had to catch it like Randy Moss. Get out of here, boy. Today's laundry day. Doing a lot of laundry. I think I tweeted something like, hitting this laundry from the back, gotta have the R&B jams playing, R&B mode. And then I have no contact with this person. I mean, she's nothing wrong with her. She's cool people. I don't have any beef with her. But she just pops up once every like couple of years on Twitter to troll me. Keep in mind, I don't post like as much as I do like on my IG and stuff, well, how I used to. But there are some days where I'm like, boom, 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 tons of retweets, excuse me. But a lot of times I don't type a ton of my own tweets unless I'm like watching a sporting event or commenting on something like in the moment. But it's funny to me that today was one of those days where I tweeted something. She popped up. I gotta read it because this shit made me laugh. How do you operate this? She goes, must be a super short playlist if you're hitting it from the back. Killed him. Listen, I feel like, first of all, I love it because I love funny shit. Even if it's shit at me, I'm like, if this shit is funny, this has to get the respect that it deserves. So even though it's Twitter, so it's just a social media response, I feel like the comedic timing is perfect because I forgot that I tweeted that because that was like hours ago. And I'm like, oh, new notifications. Is it a new follower? Or is it, me and Isaiah, shout out to my dog. We were in a chat about, of course, LeBron and sports and all that shit. So I'm like, oh, are niggas replying to that? Because I'm ready to just, make up random shit just to stir up the pot in conversation. Just say something crazy like LeBron is not the greatest, player in the PGA. And I got facts to prove it. Like bullshit like that. But no, it's this shit. It's being trolled by someone you actually know. Now, like I said, Bethany is a good person. I can't imagine that she is in any way bitter. So I have to know that this is just jokes. And she's just like, yeah, let me take a shot. And so I also love it because I know even if I'm ever to make it to any sort of like fame or anything, there will always be somebody to keep me humble. And somebody who knows that at a one point in my life, I just wasn't bringing it. Listen, we ain't not here to make excuses. Sometimes niggas are garbage at sex. You're not putting in the effort, and it just is what it is. We probably wasn't doing it a whole lot too. And my biggest thing sometimes is, listen, I realized later in life that your attitude, your stress level, your diet, your exercise, all of these things are important and are key to maintaining good health, including sexual health. You got to take that serious, especially before you niggas start getting old. But anyway, I'm not going to lie to you. This is probably some of the reason why we didn't work out. Niggas hold back too. And I'm not saying that in an effort to throw shade. I actually am giving you props for the joke because I haven't been roasted in a long time. And I deserve that. You got me. But I can't pretend like I was giving it all that I had and then still coming up short, because that's just not who I am. Girls can say a lot of things about me. They can say, yeah, I am not overly aggressive because I don't like to violate a woman's space. You can ask any girl who's ever been with me. I literally will tell them that. I am not super aggressive because I want to respect your boundaries and I want to wait until you feel comfortable. But a lot of girls, obviously, they want a man to be aggressive. So, you learn the person that you're with and how to kind of maneuver around some of these, not challenges, but like I said, I like to be a respectful man. But again, you weren't getting the full experience and then it being trash. So again, like I said, there are people who would tell you this shit is fire. And all those people are a part of the motherfucking past. So any jokes on me about the weak sex that I gave y'all, I don't care about because I don't service y'all anymore and won't ever service y'all again. So it don't matter. But that's also why I thought this shit was mad funny. Because yeah, you can call me out even online. And I think my reply was I replied with, it definitely is, my shit is weak. Thanks for dropping by, girl who knows that I'm shitty in bed. So it was just playful banter, but it was funny. It was the one thing that actually made me laugh. And like I said, shout out to Bethany for apparently still following my Twitter. I don't understand. Shorty, why do you only pop up once every now and again? You're mad funny. This is proof. Pop up. Let's write a book together. Apparently, you still feel some type of way and my shit was ass. So pop up more often rather than trolling me every so often. I think that would be more fun. This shit was mad funny. Steph's in the chat. What's cracking, Steph? Steph, I don't know how much you heard, but this shit had me dying laughing. This tweet that somebody from the history books replied to one of my tweets. But I'm dead though, because it was good shit. And listen, this is the problem with today's day and age. A lot of us men who consider ourselves funny and bullshit like that, we never want to give the girls props when they can throw the zingers right back at you. I love this shit. So it's always respect to any shorty that's mad funny. This shit had me dying laughing. Steph was cracking. You tuned into, so today on Twitter, it's laundry day. So I posted how I'm doing laundry and I put some tweet out saying something to the effect of I'm hitting this laundry from the back, got the jams playing. And one of these girls that I have history with came on and promptly said, must be a super short playlist if you're hitting it from the back. And that shit had me in tears. I was crying, laughing. Stupid funny. Like I said, anything said by someone from the past, at this point, like we should be able to laugh at all these things. None of this shit's taken personally. Let's get into Trigger Trey songs. I know this is long overdue, but I wanted to take my time to make sure I gathered the info that I felt like seemed it was the most real, correct, and appropriate. He got into it with some officer. The video is crazy because Trey is choking out a cop. Lifelong dream. And I know people are going to say, why did he say lifelong dream? You have to understand, I'm somebody who has personally been brutalized by police. So yes, you damn right. I have often dreamt of times where like, listen, what if it was shoes were on the other foot? And in that moment, I had them WWE style. And then there's a referee, and then we're in the ring, and I hear the people talking in the background. Oh, there he goes. And then body slam or something crazy like that. And then, tap out, and then they give me the belt. It's a whole thing. I'm not actually going out wanting to choke out a cop because I know how they get down. That will be a whole blah, 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 and then that'll be the end of the show. I like doing the show. But Trey is choking out the cop. You can hear people, and this is at the Kansas City Chiefs game. You can hear people saying, oh, he didn't even do nothing. Da, 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 da. This guy's crazy. And they're talking about the cop. So at first, when we heard it, it seemed like, oh, maybe Trey was just by himself. And then the cops just rolled up on him and they beat him down. Oh my God, sweet baby Jesus, another brother. Somewhere along the lines, I guess, we hear that maybe this happened because this nigga was at the game not wearing a mask. Which I feel like, bro, didn't you just get over COVID? Like, back a little while ago? What weren't we on Instagram being like, oh my God, get well soon, Trigger? And I'm a major fan. And I'm obviously, it's hard not to side with anybody who is seen on, because I listen, even if it's about the mask, I have seen videos where even when an argument ensues, white folks get gracefully ushered out, no harm, no foul. So the fact that the cop, he thinks he's immune now, I know, right? Niggas just be thinking, oh, I already had that shit. I can do it. He didn't give a shit. But it always seems like you see people get ushered out, everything is cool, and then sometimes when it's us, cops are like, now listen here, boy, you're not finna back talk me. Let's go. And then they want to start being all rough. And because we as African Americans understand that white people do not get treated like that when they interact with police, I'm sure that sometimes that's why most of us are more likely to be like, nah, fam, you're not grabbing me like that. Because you understand that they don't have to do that in order to communicate with you. When you communicate with people, you don't have to put your hands on them. Chad Wheeler, you don't have to put your hands on people when you communicate with them. Anybody who missed my show yesterday, Chad Wheeler is a bitch ass dude who decided to beat his girlfriend because she wouldn't bow to him. I saw today, unless the pictures have deceived me, I saw today that I feel like she's an African American woman. Did I see that right? And he's a white dude. Can you imagine a white dude in 2021 telling an African American woman to bow down to him? No wonder why she said no. Boy, are you crazy? You must be outside of your mind. This is where you at, thinking you could talk to people like that. But what he decided to do is he took it upon himself to abuse her in so many ways. What people do. People don't like taking abuse. We're definitely not going to take what we deem as abuse from the white man. So I can see how Trigger Trey can end up on a video with a nigga in a headlock. Trey, I hope this was not because you were not wearing your mask. Obviously, we saw his jail photo. You know, it was funny. The picture that I saw, I think was reported by TMZ. It had me dead. It looked like somebody took a picture of him while he was just sitting in the holding. And he's just on the bench, like just looking like this, all froze. And they have a picture and they're like, oh my God, pictures of Trey Songz from jail. And it's like, this is just somebody who was in there being like, oh, talking to their cousin, be like, yo, guess who we got in this motherfucker right now? Hold up, I'm gonna snap a picture because you know he can't do shit about it now. And then they did that shit to him. Because you know that's what people do. Oh yeah, Steph, it's so heartbreaking. My whole show yesterday was me ranting about how I think Chad is so garbage. It's so garbage. And you know what's crazy? I thought about this after the show. You know how often we, especially when it comes to entertainers or football players, whatever, you know how often we always hear, oh shit, well now his career is over. Nobody give a fuck about his career. What about Shorty's broken arm? I know an arm can heal, but what if she needed that arm to like, because she was like a bingo master or some shit like that. And now bingo just ain't the same. He did that. I know I'm kind of making jokes because I'm trying to keep the situation light and even keep myself calm from spazzing the fuck out because I still don't understand how men can do this type of shit. Y'all be on that bullshit. You mean to tell me you hurt your girl because she wouldn't bow down to you? What century are we in? That's what I asked myself yesterday. What freaking century in? Is he in jail? I don't know. I'm sure that he's been bailed out, probably by somebody on the team or his parents. This is crazy, bro. You told your black girlfriend to bow down to you. I hope she just, you know what I wish she would have did? I wish she would have faked like she was gonna do it and then came straight from the damn floor with that uppercut. Fire right through nigga's jaw. I mean, I know he's 6'7", 310 pounds, and it probably wouldn't have done nothing, but boy, if that's a time for an uppercut, it's that time. If there is any time for an uppercut, it's a time like that. That is a dream scenario. I wish that some disrespectful racist white guy would say, bow down to me, boy. And you know what? I'm going to say, you got it, boss. And then I'm going to uppercut him straight to God. And then God can send his ass to hell. Wash my hands of it. It will be done. Good night, boy. Because we're not here for all that. And like I said, that's why I feel like Trey had Buddy in a headlock. We're not. Listen, man, 2021, we're not here for all that disrespect, bro. Because we know what it could be. We know what it could be. We literally have seen y'all in the most chaotic of situations look at these people and just give them a pass. So no, absolutely not. We're not on that disrespect in 2021. I'm going to make this clear. Obviously, we're not going out of our way looking for trouble. But one thing we will not do is accept any type of backlash or slander. And that's the end of the show.